Hey everybody, Bourbon Country Mom. Hope you guys are having a great day. We have decided to stay at Art of Animation this weekend, checking out a new hotel, have a lot of fun things planned for this weekend. Gonna go ahead and get you guys a full resort tour, and it is hot, woo, as well as a room tour of the Cars suite that we were able to grab up. So let's head in and check it out. All right guys, let's grab some footage out front here. This is the circle where you can go in and drop off, as well as where the Disney Magical Express will pick you up if you are using Disney transportation to and from the airport. So we'll just carefully walk along the grass here so you guys can get some outside views of all the artwork. Now, the artwork out front is an indication of what you can find on the other side of the building. They have a Cars building area, Little Mermaid, Finding Nemo, and The Lion King. Now over here to the left-hand side of the check-in point, we have Animation Hall, which is going to house check-in, the cafeteria or the food court, the gift shop. And then over here, even farther to the left, is going to be all the bus pickup areas to take you to the parks when you use Disney's transportation. And then over here to the left, we have the check-in parking if you do need to park and your whole group go inside. All right guys, to give you a point of reference, the circle for drop-off is behind me. In front of me is the doors to step into Animation Hall. To the right though, you do have the luggage assistance area for your baggage from when you're leaving going to the airport, as well as when you get here, they can help you. So let's walk inside and get in the air because it is hot today. All right, so as you walk in, the first thing you can see is lots of concept art. So a tidbit with the concept art piece, the cast members that are here to check you in, they are known as concept artists to help plan out your time here. Now, as you walk into the main lobby, you can see they have the nice rainbow of colors. This is all the check-in desks. As you walk into the left as well, they do have a map section here for each of the parks, as well as the time guide for all of the park hours today. As you walk in further on your left, we have a little waiting area with some comfy benches, as well as the new Disney cartoons that are playing. We need to talk a little bit more so we can go over top of the copyrighted music that is playing, that is Cars themed, since that is one of the areas within this resort. So as you make your way past the check-in desks and all of the awesome concept art, we're walking towards the gift shop area as well as the food court. They are doing some refurbishments over here to the right. I do not have any further information in regards to what they're refurbing or what is going there. But as you get farther down the wall, you can see it comes from out of sketches into actual color on the artwork. Now, I've hit the end of the lobby. To my right over here is going to take you out to the big blue pool. To my left, though, is going to take you out to the Disney Transportation buses area. You have, obviously, your Disney Vacation Club set up here inside the lobby. And then over here, you have the business center with computers and a hotel phone. And then you have some beautiful artwork here. We're going to head into ink and paint. This is going to be your gift shop area for this hotel. Basically anything and everything that you can think of, you can pretty much get here. Stuffed animals, toys, puzzles, clothing. They also now, because of the time of day that the time of year that we're here, since the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party has started, they do have some of the Halloween merchandise available for purchase here as well. Basically just a scaled down version of any of the gift shops on property. Through the gift shop, though, you now have the Landscape of Flavors. This is going to be the food court available to guests on property. You can use your Disney dining plan here. They have things for the snack plan as well as the quick service meals. We have plenty of seating areas. They also have multiple areas to do the sodas and the condiments. They have microwaves in this area as well as the far area. So we can take a look here. Right now, obviously, they are serving breakfast. Here are some of the breakfast options. Now over here, we do have the gelato station as well as the beverage pickup if you are to buy a specialty smoothie or specialty coffee. We have pastries and desserts, and in the coolers over here, you can get 2 liters of soda, half gallons of milk, just little things that you can grab, you know, grapes, apple slices, things like that. They always have the cereal options out, breakfast or not. Now over here in the far corner, they do have an additional microwave that can be used. If you do stay on property and you decide to use the dining plan, you do get a mug that would be activated by the cashier that you can use for the length of your stay. Or if you did not use the dining plan, you can purchase one for $18.99 plus tax. So back in this area, I'm gonna stay outside just to stay out of the way. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas that you can order food from. They all offer different things. They offer both adult and kids menu options. So plenty of things for you to chow down on if you're hungry. They also have a pizza that you're able to order, a whole pizza in this area as well. It's going to be where it says hot breakfast sandwiches to go. That particular area during lunch and dinner time will say pizza pickup only. You can order whole pizzas there for your family, which we did yesterday. So we'll just circle around here. There is additional seating areas over here. This back wall full of windows looks out on the big blue pool. All right, here is a quick view of the board of activities at the big blue pool. Now, before we hit the first area on our resort tour of the hotel rooms, as we came out of Animation Hall and went to the right, you do have the resort airline check-in area for where you will go in and get ready for your flight and for the Magical Express pickup. All right, so now that we're going to check them out, Animation Hall is currently behind me. This is the circular courtyard here that leads into the land. To the right, you have the Radiator Springs sign. And over here, you have an additional Radiator Springs sign with Sheriff out front. This particular cars area consists of 3 buildings. Buildings 1, 2, and 3. And the person that is going to greet you as you come in is going to be Doc. He currently does still have his headlights on from the evening time. Over here is going to be building 1. Back here in the back is building 2. And over here to our left is going to be building 3. And as you can see, when you come into this particular area, they do have the sidewalk that looks like a roadway. They have these little signs in here as well. And excuse the background noise, they are power washing since it is early in the morning. Lots of shrubbery, and then as you come in, you will see the Cozy Cone Motel. This is the entrance for the pool area, laundry facilities, and the outdoor bathrooms. Over to our left, you're going to then be greeted by Flo. And on the right, you've got her husband, Ramon. Look at her husband, y'all. All right, now each building actually does have specific characters out in front of it. I'm gonna start with building 3 as they are pressure washing over by mine. So over here, you're going to have Luigi's Casadella tires. So as you can see from the movie, you've got his nice tall tower of tires. They also have each sign is themed to the area. So you have Route 66 leading your way. So let's go take a closer look over here. Here we go. Here's Luigi and his amazing little sidekick. And then we're gonna circle back around. Actually, we're gonna go to building number 2 before I show you guys the Cars pool that is back here. This particular area is one of 3 pools that is available for guests to enjoy. Now back here though, the roadway does just turn into a normal sidewalk. The theming is only for the main sidewalk into the area. Again, we are still passing building 3, as you can see by the sign on the side of the building. And before we get to the second building, we're going to be greeted by Fillmore. He's out here selling his organic fuel. Here's an additional courtyard over here. And then here is Fillmore. And as we keep walking, we're going to come up to the Wheelwell Motel. And out front of building 2, they have Sally and Lightning McQueen. So let's get us a view. And then just to give you a point of reference, right behind me is the Cozy Cone pool. And as we keep moving, we're going to come around to Sarge's Surplus Hut. This particular hut does not have any type of access for any of the guests, but it's a really cool feature. It does have a garage door on it, so I'm sure they probably use it for the crew. Or pumps for the pool, actually, because it sounds like something's running in there. And then here is Sarge over here to the right of his hut, to the right of building 2 as well. Additional courtyard area back there. They do request that there is no climbing on the characters. Now we're going to head around to our building. We were in building 1. This will actually conclude the circling around of all 3 buildings that are available in the Cars area. And as you can see, we were in the Mater building. Like Mater without the ta. So here he is. This is the entrance to our building that we were lucky enough to stay in this weekend. We'll move around here so we can get a full view of the front of this building. So here we go. This was the front of our building with Mater. Alright guys, so I'm currently standing at the door of our suite. Over here to the right, when you first walk in, you have the Murphy bed. It is currently out with 4 chairs to accommodate eating. You have a end table on both sides of the Murphy bed. And then up here on the wall, you have some artwork from Cars with Flo and Luigi, I'm pretty sure. You also have over here an alarm clock, old school alarm clock over here with a drawer. And then over on the left-hand side, you have the outlet, instructions on the Murphy bed, and then they also have some information about the new Disney Skyliner. Now we're going to swivel back around to my right. So here's the door where we were just standing. You have the first full bath to your left as you come in the room. Hey guys. So you have the sink, which is out on its own, so that way people can come in, use the toilet as well as the shower. go. You got the fire truck from Cars on there. Then out here you do have your tissues, your toiletries, and then down underneath you have the garbage can, the hair dryer, and some towels, Spiffy and a Jiffy. Let's take a look here inside the shower. You've got the bubbles on the wall. Just your standard shower tub combo. You have an additional mirror to look at yourself when it's closed. Now we're going to come back out, and over here is the bedroom. We'll get there. Now over here is the living room area. This is a pull-out couch that can accommodate additional guests. And then to the left you do have a mini kitchen. You've got the microwave, a mini fridge, a sink, coffee maker. They also, it looks like, supply you with all of the, let's see, we've got bowls, we have plates, you have plastic silverware, as well as coffee creamer and sugar for your coffee. Obviously your ice bucket with cups, your coffee cups here, paper towels. We'll open up the mini fridge. Nice size to be able to put some goodies in while you're here. Over here we've got a picture of Doc. And as you can see, the light fixture here are the emergency cones. And then over here behind me we have the television set up. These are additional drawers for people to use. You have this area here to hang things from, as well as sit things for storage. Extra pillows up top. We'll check out this drawer down here. This drawer down here has additional pillows in it as well. I don't know that any of these drawers, these are all empty. Now in here though, you do have hookups. You've got the power outlet, as well as other little hookups for, I'm assuming if you have like a game system of some sort or a computer, since it is a PC video in, to hook up to your TV. Got some information about Disney, your additional chair over here. Let's see, I don't even know what kind of view we have. We are on the first floor. So here's what we can see out our window. We are actually right next to the check-in building. This is the main building over here to my right. All right, so let's go check out the bedroom. So again, you have the construction cone, emergency cones as the light fixtures. Looks like a queen size bed. And just for people who are looking for storage, there is not any additional storage under the beds here, like they do have at Pop Century. And then in here you have the same setup. You have your own TV. You have the additional hookups here for game systems above the dresser. Behind the door, you do have your ironing board, a safe, another place to hang, and a luggage rack. Additional pillows up here because obviously this suite can accommodate up to 6 people. And then here we go. Here is the view from our room, again right next to the check-in building. And then the bedroom also has its own bathroom, so it's a 1-bedroom, 2 full bath suite. This is just a walk-in shower, single sink, just like the other one, but a little bit bigger and all in one room. All right, so just a little tidbit of information that I was provided at check-in. Now for us, since we are locals, we are only here for the weekend, checking in Friday, checking out Sunday. The cast member offered an option to receive a $10 Disney gift card if I were to forego the housekeeping service that they would have normally done on Saturday. Now the housekeeping service is not just replenishing your towels and things like that. That would be making up your room, your bed, and things like that. Since I did forego having that done, I will be receiving a $10 gift card in place of not having that service. Now, you are still able, though, to receive new towels, trash taken out and things like that. They just will not come in and make up the beds and make up the room. And a lot of times, you know, they'll take the towels and they'll make them into little like origami type figures. So none of that will occur while we were here. So again, in the place of that, I did receive a $10 Disney gift card to use once it is sent to my email. Wanted to grab you guys a quick shot of the Murphy bed while it was opened. It was slept in last night, but we have sleeping Mater as the picture in the background. They also have the lights up above that are you can turn them up bright, and then you can dim them as well, and then turn them off completely. And now I'm going to circle to my left, and we're going to head into the Cozy Cone Motel. So we have it set up as the office and lobby area here out front. And if you can't hear the seagulls in the background, we'll get there shortly. First stop on your left is the men's room. And then to your right, first right, is going to be the women's restrooms. They do offer shower areas in the bathrooms by the pool. Water fountain, some vending machines. And then here we are at the Cozy Cone pool. And this actually right here, before you go into the pool, is going to be the laundry room. Oh, I think it's locked right now because there's no lifeguard on duty, so we can't go in. But here is a picture. Here's a look at the pool. You do have the Cozy Cone cabanas that you can actually grab up. No reservations available. Those are first come, first serve. This is going to be the smallest pool on property. Bathing load over here. Let's go take a look at the pool rules. This one only has room for 83 people. This pool is open from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. All right, so there's your last little view of the pool. And now we're gonna head on over and check out some more of the resort. All right, so let's give you a view of the directory. We were just here at the Cars buildings. So our next stop is going to be the Nemo buildings. We'll then go check out Lion King and then the Little Mermaid. All right, guys, our next stop is going to be into the Finding Nemo area. To give you a point of reference now, I have Animation Hall directly behind me, and the big blue pool is right in front of me. Again, it is before 9, so it is not open. This is the largest pool on property. All the way across the way, we are going to walk down that way, is a zero entry area right here by the jellyfish. It does get deeper as you come into the middle, and then a little shallower as you go towards each of the exits. Over here at 8:30 in this area, they will put a blow-up screen for a movie under the stars. Last night it was Monsters, Inc. Friday it was Princess and the Frog. We did enjoy both of those. Friday night we were actually given free popcorn, but last night they were out. Now over here on this side, since I am not able to go into the area, actually we can walk over there, so we'll take a loop around here. To the right hand side of the big blue pool, you have the drop-off. This is a bar available for guests to get drinks. Here are the hours of the drop-off pool bar are going to be 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 a.m. weather permitting. Because obviously, you know, in Florida, you never know what you're going to get. Now, the big blue pool is actually open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., so an hour later than all of the other smaller pools. And as we walk by, we have the big blue pool on my left. You have your laundry services. On the right, this here is going to be airbrush tattoos, henna, and hair wraps that are available throughout the day. Now, we were out, like I said, watching the movie last night, which starts at 8:30. This was open well into the movie, and I believe after the movie was over, so there's a lot of time. You also have the restrooms. There is also a ping pong table that is available. Now, if you see, there is what looks like a gumball machine. Those have the ping pong balls. Those are 25 cents a piece. Now let's go back here and take a look at the Nemo. So Bruce and his buddies don't actually have any type of big, huge figurines, but they are painted on the side of Building 4. And like we saw on the map, Finding Nemo does only have 2 buildings in its area. So right now we are walking down the pathway with Building 4 of Nemo on my right and the big blue pool on my left. So let's get down here and take a look at all the characters. Now, it does say that you do have to use your room key to enter the pool area. We have not had to do that at any pools the entire time we were here. I'm not sure when that's actually activated or actually necessary. You normally just have the little knob you pull and open the gate. Here's another view of the pool area with Building 4 behind me. Again, over there where you see the ship, they will put the screen up for the movies. And the jellyfish indicate the 0 entry portion. So we're going to keep on walking down here. We're going to take a look at Mr. Ray, who is going to greet you when you stay in Building 4. And then we'll take a look over here to our left. Over here is just a little splash pad area for the kids. It has all of Nemo's little friends from school, as well as Marlin and Nemo in there, as Nemo likes to call it, anemone, peeking out to say hello. All right, so here is Mr. Ray as we get closer. Obviously lots of under the sea painting and decor. Here's an additional view of the back side of the splash park as well. Some more of Nemo's friends back here hanging out. And then we'll keep heading this way. Back around. Now over here, unlike the other areas that do have the pool available to guests, they do have a playground area over here for the kids, and you can see that we've got Squirt hanging out back here. Now our children didn't actually play on this at all because they never wanted to get out of the pool, but looks pretty cool back here. And then before we circle back around, we're going to take a quick trip back beyond the Nemo buildings. Before we do that, though, here is the information regarding the Righteous Reef Playground. It's for children aged 5 to 12. And obviously, be careful. It's hot here, and the surfaces can be extremely hot to the touch. Now, it looks like back here we have a nice view of the new Disney Skyliner, which is going to be a new mode of transportation available to guests starting September 29th. So I just wanted to grab a view of that for you guys since we are over in this area. Plenty of directory maps as well available to guests. Figure out where you are and where you need to go. This lake back here in the background is also called Hourglass Lake. You can see off in the distance out here. Back here we also have some additional bathrooms that have gone in. Now these are not in service as of yet. Looks like this was a new addition, or a newer addition, maybe being refurbed for the Disney Skyliner area. All right, let's go take a look. And as you can see, actually over here in the distance, here is Pop Century. Pop Century, I will link in the description down below my room tour of the upgraded rooms. And by upgraded, I mean refurbed, newer rooms that they have at the Pop Century resorts. Here's another look at Hourglass Lake out to my right hand side, and you can actually see over in the distance the Cars building. And let me zoom in here for you guys. You can see Piston Peak out there on the billboard. Now, let's take a look. Obviously, we do have the construction walls up still around the entrance area, but you can see out in the distance where it can take you. There aren't any actual cabins for you to load into in this particular area, but here will be one of the many loading areas available to guests to board the new Disney Skyliner. So obviously this is going to be something that will be available to Art of Animation guests as well as Pop Century, because this is the bridge that connects both of them. So if you are staying at Pop Century, you can walk across to Art of Animation just to explore and see what it's about, as well as Art of Animation can walk to Pop Century and check out that resort as well. So now I have turned back around. We are heading back towards the Nemo buildings. So we have checked out building 4. Now we're gonna walk down the side of building 5 to take a look at, as you saw just a few moments ago, Crush, who will greet you if you're staying in building 5. Now, the Finding Nemo buildings are going to be suites, just like the room that we have. Obviously though, it will be themed as Nemo. The color schemes will be different. While we're over here though, I'm gonna grab you a quick view of the New Balance running trail that is offered here. It gives you the pathway if you are looking for a nice run or walk while you're here. Apologize for the shadow, I got the sun behind me. Nice way for Disney to keep you fit, especially with all the food and snacks and stuff that they have available. I'm sure that's nice. All right, so let's take a look at building 5. So we're walking back down the pathway with the Disney Skyliner and Pop Century, as well as Hourglass Lake behind me. We're coming back up on the playground area, the Righteous Reef playground area. Now it looks like too, since we are coming around on the other side of it, you saw the bigger slide over here. They do have a little smaller area for the smaller kids on this side with a smaller slide. All right, so you can see Crush coming up here, the back of his head. You can see he's got all of his turtle buddies back there in the EAC. In the mural on the building. Again, just like the other characters in Cars Land, they request that you please do not climb. And you can hear the seagulls, which I will show you when we get around to the end of the building. Down here on each end, they actually have a bunch of seagulls sitting down there that will randomly say mine. Okay, so I've made it far enough past. We're gonna turn around. And it's gonna be a little bit hard because of the sun, but let's see if we can grab Crush. Here we go. There is Crush outside of building 5. Now we're gonna turn back. Here's building 5. Again, building 5 is to my right. The big blue pool is gonna be on my left. The lifeguards are preparing for pool open. Let's see what time we've got right now. It's 9:01, so the pools are on the verge of opening. They're doing their last little safety tours so that they can allow people into the pool. Fun fact, one of the lifeguards last night was talking about all of the pacing that they do. A lot of them can hit 20 miles in a day just pacing up and down, checking the pool for your safety. Oh, cute little Disney touch. The pool rules are actually on the goggles from Finding Nemo. All right. And they're opening the pool now. Okay guys, now we're at the end of building 5, and as you can see, here are the seagulls that like to scream mine at us. And we're just circling back around because these are the two closest buildings to Animation Hall, which is right here in front of us. All right, the third set of buildings that we're going to check out now are going to be Lion King. To give you a point of reference, behind me is Animation Hall, as well as the Big Blue Pool, and the Nemo buildings are back over my right-hand side. So let's go ahead and take a look here. We're walking across the courtyard, which is kind of like the connector to each little area that's in here. The Lion King area consists of buildings 6 and 10, so there are only 2 buildings. Rafiki is going to be the one that greets you as you come into the Lion King area, as he stands behind Pride Rock. So we're going to come around here. We have building 6 on the right hand side. Building 10 is going to be on the left. As you can see, you've got lots of safari murals, lots of different animals. And then as you come around, you've got Pride Rock and you have Simba. Actually, he kind of looks more like Mufasa, if you ask me. That's what the kids thought it was. So he's up here on Pride Rock with building 10 behind him. We have a little seating area here to the right. Now again, these are also buildings with suites that are similar to the car suite that we have. Obviously, it is Lion King themed. I can see through the windows too that they have on the curtains, looks like leaves, to kind of go with being out where all of these characters would be in the jungle, the safari area. As you come back to this big courtyard, out front of both entrances you have Timon, Pumbaa, and Simba. I'm not sure how well the lighting is on these with the sun coming, so we'll move over here a little bit. They're here to greet both buildings. And now we're going to keep walking past the entrances to both buildings 6 and 10. Back around the way here. Makes you, with all the greenery, making you feel like you're moving farther and farther into the jungle safari area. Back here you're going to come upon the elephant graveyard, as well as the 3 hyenas from the original animated film. This is also a little play area for the kids to run through. There's all 3 of them. And in the words of Emma, who was super excited to see them, they are hyenas instead of hyenas. And then Scar is waiting back here to greet you, or actually, I guess, say goodbye, depending on which way you're coming. He's here on the rock watching everyone that comes and goes. Now we are exiting the Lion King area. But if you were to park over in this particular area out here, you would be greeted by Zazu. He's waiting to say hello, and then Scar would be checking you to make sure you are all right coming into the area. All right, guys, to give you a point of reference, behind me is a Lion King area, and in front of me are the 3 Little Mermaid buildings. These are buildings 7, 8, and 9. The 3rd and final pool available to guests is found in this area. So let's go ahead and check out all of the cool details that Disney dropped in this area. As you can see, we've got lots of blues and purples to make it feel as if we are under the sea. Lots of coral. We're going to be first greeted by the Dinglehopper and the Snarfblat. Now these rooms back here are going to be just your standard rooms. A room that you would find at all-star resorts. They are similar with the 2 queen style beds, a bathroom, a TV, as well as a small little seating area. You've got a treasure chest on the left, a stein on your right, and then you are greeted by the oh so much hated sculpture of Prince Eric. We're going to first circle to the right, and to the right we have Ursula, who is going to greet you outside. She is greeting you outside of building 7. So let's back up here so we can get a better view. There she is, saying come on in and stay at building 7. Now, to give you a point of reference, behind me is another building for this area, and to my left is the pool. So we're gonna circle around the pool first to check out the rest of the buildings. Now the pool areas again are now open, so there will be people in there playing now. So here we go. Walking the pathway, you have this building here, which is right outside of the pool area. Again, there are restrooms on each side, and then the middle doors are going to be the laundry that is available. Each pool does offer life vests for anyone who is needing one. They don't go up very large though, so there aren't sizes for adults, but the pool doesn't really get deep enough for most adults to not be able to touch. But for comfort reasons, they do not have those available for adults. So we're moving back beyond building 7. And we're going to be coming up on building 8 in the Little Mermaid section. And you're going to see the princess herself will greet you if you're staying in building 8. So we have Ariel and Flounder out here to greet you in building 8. To not climb. For them though, they are surrounded by a fence, so there's really no way to get to them to climb on them. Just stand out front for your pictures. Now we're going to keep circling. Ariel's building 8 is now on my right. We're going to make our way to the third and final building within the Little Mermaid area, which is going to start right out here in front of us. Little lizard friends on the ground. All right, so we're going to circle around to building number 9. My favorite number, little fun fact. Again, continuing on with all of the underwater theming with the dolphins and the fish. As you can see in the distance, King Triton is going to be the person who is going, or the merman, who is going to greet you if you are staying in building 9. We'll get up here. We'll get a better view of the king himself. Right, here he is. And then let's walk around like we did for Ursula and get a better front view. And here is King Triton outside of building 9. All right, we're gonna turn to my right and we're gonna walk back towards Ursula. The pool is now on my left. Sebastian is here dancing a jig for you, saying come on in and take a dip. This is the Flippin' Fins pool area. This is the second largest pool. This one holds a capacity of 115 people. So it is a little bit larger than the Cars pool, but smaller than the Nemo pool. This pool again is available for swimming hours from 9 to 10. So again, it does close an hour earlier than the main pool. Plenty of areas for you to sit, as well as some umbrella areas all the way around. Lifeguards are always on duty. If the lifeguards are not here, you cannot swim. All right, guys, so sorry for the weird lighting and having to speak a little bit more quietly, trying to get this final thoughts for you, but my kids are in bed for school. So final thoughts on art of animation. I thought overall the resort was spectacular. Not a word I use very often, but I want to change it up for you guys. Now, the reason I say that is because the theming throughout the entire hotel was just so over the top, and I thought it was so neat to see all of the different characters from Cars, Nemo, Lion King, and the Little Mermaid, them being basically like the centerpiece of the different sections of the resort. I did, though, book a Little Mermaid standard room, but when we got there, they had put us into a Cars suite, which was a nice upgrade. I didn't realize that was going to happen. The concept artist didn't even say anything to me. They just put our room number and circled where we were going, and I was like, all right, here we go. The room was really cute. The kids really enjoyed it. All the different Cars stuff, what are those construction cone lights, Mater sleeping when you brought the Murphy bed down, just all the little attention to detail, like even in the bathroom and the shower curtains and things like that. The only drawback, though, is that the rooms felt, or I should say my room, and I shouldn't blanket statement, but none of the rooms have been upgraded, so it definitely did feel dated compared to our stay at Pop Century about 2 years ago. So there weren't any of the USB ports like you would see in the upgraded rooms at Pop Century. There weren't there were a decent amount of outlets, just not very strategically placed for you to be able to keep your lamp and your alarm clock plugged in, as well as your phone and, like in my case, an Apple Watch charger. So that was a little bit of a drawback. But I mean, the bed was comfortable. The kids, like I said, the kids enjoyed the theming. The hotel room was clean. I did use the shower. And for me, a big thing is the bathrooms being clean. And then the shower pressure was actually really good because I do have a little bit of thicker hair. So the shower pressure was actually really good in the bathroom. The food options that were available are pretty typical of the value resorts. I would compare them to any of the all-star resorts as well as Pop Century. The food was good. Nothing to write home about. It's just, it almost is like a cafeteria food, any quick service at Disney. Nothing amazing, but it wasn't bad at all. Let me see. They were refurbing something within the lobby. I'm not really sure what's going to go there. There wasn't any signage of anything saying what was coming. But overall, I really liked the resort. It was huge. I think it's going to be really cool once the new gondolas are available to use as a transportation method. The fact that it is in between Pop Century and Art of Animation, I think is really going to be a cool drawing factor to that resort. But I definitely give Art of Animation 2 thumbs up. The kids really enjoyed it. The themed pools, all of the cool characters that were just everywhere and all over the place, being able to watch the movies next to the pool and getting the free popcorn. Like I said, the food wasn't great, but hey, it worked for us. The kids like to order the pizzas and, just hang out and, have fun since we live here now and it's not having to rush back and forth from the parks. So we definitely enjoyed it. I do look forward to trying to stay at some additional places. That way I can get some additional tours and of the resort and of the rooms. We do have an upcoming one with just Mark and I, so I look forward to sharing that with you guys as well. And again, if you guys are enjoying the content that you're seeing, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell for when new content becomes available. If you guys have stayed at Art of Animation, let me know your thoughts. Where did you guys stay? What you think? Did you love it? How many times do you guys like to go back there? Because our family personally really enjoyed our stay over the weekend. And I look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Cheers.